This is very much a focus on preventing serious violence and preventing homicide. So the idea is we're looking for situations where there's a risk of either the same individuals or the same locations or the same circumstances coming up again. And we've therefore got an opportunity to identify that quick learning to prevent further violence. We developed the process by starting with a pilot phase. And very much our approach to this was to just have a go and start and see what happened. And so we very much have set ourselves the challenge of getting on with this, appreciating that there will be hurdles along the way, but that we're prepared to problem solve and overcome those as we've developed.
Whilst some cases of serious violence may be subject to statutory reviews, often those reviews will take a long time. We decided that by debriefing what's sometimes called near-miss incidents, within probably a week or two of them taking place, we'd have the opportunity to capture the immediate learning.
We have to give the investigation sufficient time to breathe, to identify some key facts. But I would emphasise this is a rapid debrief, and therefore we're not necessarily suggesting that we know all the facts, but really the emphasis is that any debrief is better than no debrief, and we're trying to identify learning here and prevent violence.
It's really important that we work closely with the senior investigating officers. Previous senior investigators ourselves, the last thing we want to do is to cause any kind of compromise in relation to the ongoing investigation. Through that close liaison, we've been able to conduct the rapid debrief in parallel to the ongoing investigation at a time that doesn't cause issues or interfere with the investigation, and still get that early learning out rather than having to wait perhaps until a post-trial, post-conviction debrief when actually we're 12 months plus down the line.
A number of debriefs have revolved around domestic abuse incidents, and we've identified issues around knowledge and awareness of, for example, coercive and controlling behaviour. We've quickly been able to get that embedded in frontline officer training within a matter of weeks, whereas otherwise, if we waited for longer traditional review processes, that might have taken months or years. Similar issues around the domestic violence disclosure scheme, again, where we've been able to embed that in training quickly.
There is an element here where we've tried to make it as least bureaucratic as it can be. The support from across the force has enabled us to say, let's grasp the issue at an early stage, look at what we know, look perhaps at what we could have done differently, look at what we can do better in the future.
I think communication with the wider organisation and other senior leaders has also been key, so that they get that buy-in understanding of what we're trying to achieve and the benefits for them actually in their roles as well. And likewise with key partners that we've involved in some of our debriefs too. We're
still at an early stage in Essex, so we're still developing it. We're not saying it's a finished product at all, but the early experiences, the feedback's been really positive from those that have been involved. It's been really positive from the partners when they've been involved, and we see that we've proved the concept and we've got lots of opportunity for further development and improvement.
Ultimately, trying to identify learning and intervention opportunities to prevent violence and further homicide is fundamentally the right thing to do. And I think any concerns around how that might impact a live investigation or involvement from other agencies can always be overcome. And ultimately, why would we wait months or years to try and identify some learning and maybe then put some intervention in place when we have the opportunity to do it earlier? So for me, it's a really simple one. It's the right thing to do, and morally we should try our best to do it.